Ever think you could win millions playing games on your phone? Sounds like a dream.
Dude, definitely.
Well, today's deep dive is a reality check, and honestly, a bit of a cautionary tale.
Oh,
We're going to explore the story of Himanshu Mishra, a young man whose life took a pretty dark turn because of online gaming addiction.
I see.
We'll be using a first-hand account from Himanshu himself.
Interesting.
So, by the end of this deep dive, we'll understand gaming addiction better, the financial and emotional consequences, and why it's crucial to be aware of these risks.
Yeah, sounds like a heavy topic.
It is. Himanshu's story is pretty intense.
Yeah.
By the age of 22, he had racked up a debt of 96 lakh,
Wow.
which is about $116,000 USD.
All from online gaming apps.
Yeah, all because of those apps.
That's unbelievable. These apps, they dangle this promise of easy money, right? But how do they actually create that illusion?
It's wild, isn't it? It's like they're designed to hook you.
Right. It's not just luck. They use psychology. Things like, what are they called? Variable reward schedules. So you win randomly.
Oh, okay, so it keeps you guessing.
Exactly. Just enough to make you keep playing. And then there's this thing called loss aversion, where losing hurts way more than winning feels good.
So they're kind of playing with our emotions.
Basically. Add in all those flashy win big messages. It's a recipe for addiction.
No wonder people get sucked in. So how did Himanshu get caught up in this? He was a student in Diogar, right?
Yeah. It started innocently enough, playing games with friends, a social thing.
Right, just for fun.
Exactly. But then the apps, with their design and that promise of winning, it turned into an obsession.
It's so easy to see how that happens.
Mhm.
Did Himanshu know how risky it was? Did he ever want to stop?
You know, people often don't realize the risk until it's too late. At first, you think you're in control. You can stop anytime.
Yeah, I get that.
But then the losses pile up. You just want to win it back. It's a vicious cycle.
And with Himanshu,
He just kept losing. And the more he lost, the more desperate he got.
it's heartbreaking. Not just for him, but his family, too. Imagine his mother watching all this unfold.
Awful, seeing your child drowning in debt and you can't do anything.
It must have been unbearable.
It was. She ended up taking legal action to separate herself from him, to protect herself from the financial and emotional strain.
Wow. How many other families are going through this without anyone knowing?
It's impossible to say, but it highlights that this is bigger than just one person.
Absolutely. But there's a glimmer of hope in Himanshu's story, right? He did eventually come to terms with what was happening.
He did. He realized chasing easy money in those apps was pointless. His story, even though it's tough, it can be a wake-up call.
So how do we prevent others from falling into the same trap?
We have to talk about it, especially with young people. Make them aware of the risks.
Education is key, definitely.
And we need to look at the app developers, are they being ethical in their design? Are there enough safeguards to protect people?
That's a really good point. We need to look at the bigger picture, not just blame individuals.
Exactly.
So as we wrap this up, what's the one thing you want our listeners to think about?
Technology is amazing. It connects us, it entertains us, but it also comes with risks. We have to be responsible, both as individuals and as a society.
We need to make sure technology works for us, not the other way around.
Exactly.
Well said.